Thank you everyone for stopping by here today, and you would see that this gallery is quite a big space that filled with various artworks. So as a matter of introduction, before I actually speak about the gallery, I'd like to start with reading the lyrics from the song Glory. It's a soundtrack to the movie Selma, and it's a song by Common and John Legend. I cannot sing, so excuse me for that. Somewhere in the dream, we had an epiphany. Now we right the wrongs in history. No one can win the war individually. It takes the wisdom of the elders and young people's energy. Welcome to the story we call victory. So welcome to the Gallery Respect. It's an open, free of charge initiative organized by Evenness as a social project. And when we say respect, we really emphasize the verb form of this word. The meaning of it is admire someone or something deeply as a result of their abilities, qualities, or achievements. Respect means that you accept somebody for who they are, even when they are different from you or you don't agree with them. Right? It's been such a interesting moment in history, looking in various news channels and media presentations of so many conflicts across the world, so many criminal situations that involve people, where the simple thing that caused the drama was the lack of respect. And respect in relationship builds feeling of trust, safety, and well-being. Respect is an underlying factor for the happiness of humanity, and yet respect is neglected. As you can see, and you will see walking around the gallery, from the portraits on the walls, the gallery features stories of people of color through history and on a global scale. The stories of inspiring Black innovators, scientists, politicians, poets, artists, civil activists, peacemakers, sports people, journalists, and creatives. We launched the gallery on the United Nations Zero Discrimination Day, a day after the Black History Month, 1st of March. And we believe that Black History Month, that is celebrated widely across the globe, shouldn't be just a one-month campaign. Well, we believe that knowledge that becomes present during the month should always be accessible. Through knowledge, this is how we can empower people to become open-minded and learn the importance of respect to one another. And with the power of technology, we can share this knowledge across borders and through time. As well, we can contribute to social justice. So what you and feel free to follow me and walk around the gallery, because this is built in the web extended reality, the format of the Metaverse application. And it's easy to operate an avatar walking through the hallways. But if you go on a guided tour across the space, like in a museum, right, you will see those portraits that I'm speaking about of incredible people. Desmond Tutu, you see to the right of me. You can see the story. For example, Nelson Mandela I'm referring to. Desmond Tutu is to my left. If you see, it's here. The portraits. You can read the stories. For example, Desmond Tutu was a South African Anglican bishop and theologian, known for his work as an anti-apartheid and human rights activist. You can click on the board next to him on the portrait to expand, and you will see Marsha P. Johnson. Maybe in Europe, the name is not so well known, but Marsha P. Johnson is a Stonewall pioneer, a drag queen, Andy Warhol model, and the activist for LGBTQ community, who made a difference to where we stand in the LGBTQIA rights. You can scan the QR codes with your mobile phone. Unfortunately, this option doesn't work in VR. The spatial metaverse is not yet having this integrated content, but it's in the roadmap. But if you come via your laptop, you can use your mobile phone to scan the QR code and get extra piece of information. We conducted a long time research preparing not only the wonderful images and text lines, but also the prime content that is rare to be found. Like, for example, if I turn around and you would see Bob Marley next to Whoopi Goldberg's portrait, if you scan the QR code, you would see you would watch the video on YouTube where it is his interview, one of the rare interviews where he speaks about social justice. And by saying that you heard me addressing social justice quite often, is because these portraits of people selected not only for their unique talents or achievements, but also for the great work that they have done to make our planet or the humanity better. So for the betterment of people, they ran charities, organized civil rights events, and participated in the movement. They really showed the history and the grounds for our future in order for us to be included in the society and once again respect one another. So we really put an effort as a team figuring out how to engage people, that the gallery like this can be visible across the distances, can be accessible, and also can be interactive. In partnership with Spatial, one of our partners that we really love working with, we achieved that the gallery respect is accessible in VR and visible in their platform. That brings a lot of people every day. We're counting now more than 20,000 people who visited our gallery since the 1st of March. And we have also partnered with PR agencies and social media talents and influencers to promote the gallery and achieve a broader coverage and outreach to people. So you would see, like if you go to our website, there is a media page. You can watch interviews from CNBC, Fox News, local live news here in the States, where I'm based in at this moment, actually in the state of Alabama, that is known as the center for civil rights movements in the United States. And you also can read various articles introducing amazing people who are featured in this gallery. Some of them unfortunately passed away already. Some of them are still living and rocking it. Let me take you for the walk down the corridor. So if you follow me this direction, you will see that here we start also the section with the scientists and computer engineers. For example, one of my the stories that inspired me a lot is of Lisa Gelofter. When I was making a research on her profile, I learned that actually she is the one to design and develop GIFs as we know them, and we love them, right? She is behind the developments of Shockwave and Hulu, the broadcasting network, and she is now the CEO of Tequitable. It's a business that is focusing on ethics in the workplace, so making environments equitable with the power of technology. And the portraits of, let's say, various people who you know and you don't know can be also accessed here by just clicking on the images and reading their stories. If you go this way, for example, if you follow me, let me see. May I ask Steve to mute himself? There's a bit of sound coming.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you. So if you come here, you will see also portraits on the walls that have microphones. And that's an interesting project that we incorporated here in partnership with Storyfile. You would need to scan, of course, the QR codes to engage into actual video conversation. It gives a feeling that you talk to the person. On this portrait, I'm looking at Hank Thomas, who is a civil rights activist and one of the original freedom riders. And once you scan the QR code, you would have a video of Hank Thomas on your screen. And then there is a microphone button. You can enable it and ask a question to Mr. Thomas. For example, can you tell me about your great-grandfather? Or how did it feel to participate in a march to Washington and the civil rights movement? And whatever question comes to your mind. What was your first encounter with violence? He'll start answering to your question and feels like really engaging discussion, like you really see it in front of him. We are working on the project now to enable story files in the environments. You don't have to scan them, but you can just click and start the chat with those famous people. We are also, together with Storyfile, recording various stories of entrepreneurs or politicians or influencers, also technology activists who will come from our decentralized series. It's a set of events that we're organizing, and you're welcome to join, of course. Just check on our website. But all these people, they have knowledge, right? They're experts, and we would like to preserve the knowledge through history, and Metaverse serves as a wonderful tool to do so. You can upload content, you can, of course, first store it somewhere, whether it's decentralized nodes and clouds or the centralized cloud systems. It's something for solution builders to decide, of course. But the knowledge needs to be preserved so the future generations could learn from the achievements, maybe sometimes mistakes of the previous generations. Right, so if you go in the center here, you will see a piece of Black Lives Matter. That's, you see the pictures are in color. And this is the central piece of our exhibition. We launching it on the UN's United Nations Zero Discrimination Day. We really wanted to address also the hurdles and the unfairness that the world creates. Those people who you see on the portraits were killed by police in the United States, and there was no blame. There was just, as they call it, an accident. Well, it's never an accident when human lives is involved. George Floyd in the center on the wall between Breonna Taylor and also Tanisha Anderson, he inspired, let's say, his death, not inspired, but activated a lot of people to rebel and to start addressing the need for stopping such violence. And by sharing this in our gallery, we want to make sure that we contribute to the human conscious, so people start thinking how to be better, how to be kinder, how to understand each other and treat each other with respect. If you follow me further down, we'll see more profiles of also incredible people, whether they are journalists or actors or sports people. You can just walk around and find portraits that inspire you. My inspiration, and I got a chance, I was honored to talk to her, and she'll be talking at one of our events. I'm looking at Tierra Bean Fletcher. Tierra and her husband Myron, they're known as the Fletchers, and what they do, they build the fastest rockets for NASA to take people to Mars. It's the project of Boeing, the company they work for. Tierra is one of the youngest aerospace engineers in the world. She is a person of color, as you can see. She is 27 years old with MIT degrees and a list of achievements. And stories like this inspire me tremendously. You don't need to be well off in your life and just, study in the best schools. If you have a talent, you find a way to apply it. You around me, you all have a talent and you have passion. And passion is the driving force in our world to figure things out, to understand how to build spaces like this that are meant to be safe, that are meant to be inclusive, that would welcome anyone to come as they are. If you are a person who is trying to come out from the closet, there is a chance for you. Just change your avatar to your actual look that you see yourself. But by doing so in the metaverse, you can build courage to replicate it in the physical world and finally start to live your life freely. We've seen a difference the metaverse space makes on people. And I fully support, as a representative of the LGBTQ community myself, I see the need to address that inclusion and also accessibility in the metaverse space on a more often on everyday basis. And right now I'm changing my avatar to show that it's easy to be who you are, how you want to be, because everything is integrated. So therefore, this is a showcase of what the gallery is about. We really want to make a difference and allow people to come as they are with their families, friends, children, run their own sessions like exploration, get-togethers, and pass that knowledge of fantastic, inspiring people who are coming from across the globe and who are known for their awesome achievements. Okay, well, this is it for my little presentation. Please do feel free to ask questions and also introduce yourself if you feel like it. Yes, please. I see your hand.
So, Eve, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Jose. I'm very impressed. It's a very nice collection here, and very important, very strong, and very powerful. So congratulations for the exhibition. And is it gonna be open to the public after the presentation today? Okay, good. I see your hand.
Yes, it will be open for as long as
Yeah.
always open and promote it as much as we can. Please share with your communities as well.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Welcome. Out of all these profiles on the walls, did you know of all of these people or some of these people only? Do you see new faces on the walls that you say, oh, I didn't know that about that person?
Yes, I knew some of the information about many of them, but there are very interesting information here that I didn't know about it. So very good exposition. Did you build it yourself, the actual gallery in Spatial?
That's a really good question. We did not build the gallery itself. We used the template from Spatial. They offer a few templates that you can use. And we planned to build at first, but then we thought, well, the gallery actually represents the monolithic kind of feeling that we wanted to have. It's in darker colors, it's very solid and beautifully placed on water. So we just went ahead with borrowing the template We do build in spatial, it's possible, but it's for other projects that we run. So if you like the template, you can also register in spatial and just fill it in with your own photos and pictures. I actually had a very interesting occasion yesterday. We were preparing for another event that will happen here, and a new avatar appears, and I see people coming like every 5 minutes, to be honest with you. So it's always good to talk to new souls. And then his name is Matt, and Matt comes from the UK, and he started asking all the questions. And then he said that, look, I'm very inspired. I'm also building my own gallery. I was like, okay, what's it about? Like, well, my grandfather is 86 years old, and he is a famous photographer and artist and creator in the UK. So I'm building a gallery for him to preserve his artwork, to record his voice, to record some videos, and share it with people, because he is amazing. And he was so sincere, you know? And I was like, Matt, wow, I am there to support you. Ask me what you need. We'll also help you to promote it. Yeah, thanks for clapping. Yeah, it goes to Matt King. And I would say if you go to Twitter, you can find a person, King Matt. So King is a king, then MATT _ 3 letters of Ethereum, ETH, and you will see what he is building. Really cool guy. Like, I was like, wow, you're amazing. Yeah. And if you have projects, also let us know. Follow us on Twitter to share, because we love to promote other creative projects. It's beautiful when we work together in this field and share the experiences, maximizing the value.
Yes, I'm totally. Yeah, the metaverse is made for collaboration. I'm totally agreeing with you. I've been building worlds since 2 years now, and I have a profile in spatial, but I didn't really build anything yet. But I was really looking at it this week, so I might start a gallery, and I want to use one of my templates that I have for a friend. There is an artist. He does an amazing job with pictures. And well, we'll be in touch. I'll connect with you on LinkedIn, and we can talk later about that. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Would love to connect. Also, LinkedIn is so easy. Now there's so many social media. I prefer Twitter and LinkedIn. It's my personal choice, but Facebook doesn't care about data privacy, so I cannot invest more time on that. But Nicola, and do we have here? Let me open the list. Mabaraka, where are you joining from? Well, Nicola, we just spoke, but Mabaraka? Amna, Urs.
Yes. Hi. I'm joining from Switzerland.
Switzerland. Ooh.
Yes.
Nice cheese, wine, and snow in the winter.
Could be good, yes.
And crypto economy. I love what you guys have for regulations. Woohoo! Let me clap for that. What do you do in the field of metaverse or NFTs? What are you focusing on?
We're working in education and training, building a platform for training and education and certification of low-skilled workers, and upskilling and reskilling.
Nice. Okay, well, that's very matches very nicely what we do as well, because we believe in upskilling and reskilling, especially when it comes down to STEM and digital skills. It's very much needed.
Yeah. Now we are looking mainly for Northern Africa and Middle East to certify the workers in virtual reality prior to going to work.
So blockchain, right?
No, yeah, it could be. It would be an idea of using blockchain to hold the certification, but we're looking virtual reality as the tool where you can practically produce and we can check it with the data in the background if he achieved full skill, and then certify based on that.
Yeah.
But
That's really
yeah,
good
blockchain
initiative.
would be interesting to hold the certificate or to verify the certificate globally. Yeah.
Well, you're on the right track. Good luck. You're doing an epic job.
Thank you.
Up in the world. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Let's do
Okay.
the why. Woohoo! Okie dokie. So Ksenia, I think, joined us as well.
So if I have another question about the spatial. Do you, as you are already building around here, can you do interactive things? Like you did these videos that you can play on demand, right? But does it work in all platforms or only VR?
So in VR doesn't really get interactive. You can walk through the galleries, look at the pictures, come close to the text boards, but you cannot zoom on them that easily, and you cannot scan the QR codes yet or click on the button to play anything. And that's what we addressed early on with spatial. They are working according to their roadmap, of course. So avatars came first. Now they're looking at the set of features. We also participated in the feedback sessions and avatar testing and the functionality, design thinking kind of session. So we're hoping that by the end of the year, we'll see the more integrated content that you can access and play within the environment, whether you come via browser or in VR or in smartphone. You can, though, add videos to spatial, but then there is no sound separation. So, for example, if Jose, if you click on the button and the movie plays, then everyone in the gallery would hear that sound. But maybe the person is watching something on a mobile phone or having a discussion. So that needs to be figured out, to our understanding, to really make the experience stronger and more cohesive. But it's coming up. You still can add the videos if you say like everyone should listen to this video no matter where they're based. That's possible. What I also noticed, for example, that the design is really, really nice. It's close to realistic. It's just the right element, not too much of physical replica, but close enough. But it also means that it's a bit heavier, right? So it's not low quality design. And that's where, if you're building your own gallery, you should think about the weight of your assets. You saw in the beginning that it takes quite some time, like a few seconds, to load the gallery because we have so many artworks here. We try to minimize the weight of each artwork, not to lose the quality. So that's always something to figure out for builders and creators. How can you make it accessible, light, people can access on the go, learn from the content? But hey, we're still in this phase that we're basically leading the way. So we need to figure it all out as creators. So the others behind us who are following us will have it figured out, and everything's so easy for them. But learning by doing. I'd really encourage everyone to build a gallery for at least their family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at the process to build here. Basically, you cannot really import anything directly from Unity, right? You have to make it in a FBX or any of the other formats they accept.
Correct. On the website of Spatial, you can see a list of the formats that they accept. It's, I think, something like 7 types of formats. You can open and create a blank canvas, let's say blank space environment, and then you bring your own environment in. So our decentralized series that we host, we incorporated that floating venue that is in the pink sky. It looks really kind of cool and hip. And then you have the platform with posters of the speakers and little stage where they speak. So you can bring your concepts. You can also find free templates. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It's a guess. Because you also need to figure out how the avatar walks. If it's VR or if it's XR, and where's the level of the floor. So not every design is meant for spatial or meant for someone who doesn't have the experience of developing a background.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that the sound is spatial, right? Because if I go far away, I don't hear you anymore. So that's a potential use for if you want to have a video on an area.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's the spatial audio fall-off. It's enabled here. I can disable it, but still you can, well, when we tested, it was kind of loud, and you can control the sound, that's why, the volume. But we addressed that, so hopefully that can also kind of be applied soon, and we can use it in this gallery. I would say join Discord. Sorry, say again.
What is the limitation of the people that you can have in spatial?
In spatial, you can have up to 50 people at this moment. They are building, well, expanding their capacity. I think by the end of Q3, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the roadmap so well, but everyone is trying to figure it out, no matter what the platform is. So most places have it 50 to 100 people avatars as by definition. Some allow mirroring, like if you've been to Alspace VR with other sessions of your open metaverse, then you can enable the mirroring kind of capabilities, so you can have 50 people per each room, and then you stream the rooms or link the rooms that go into one screen. It's kind of a, say it in English, integration between the rooms that just leads to the same screen where the speaker is standing. There, I think you can have about 200 people. But this is pretty much maximum, unless you're willing to pay for the platforms that would cost you probably 50,000 or so euro for the events that allow you to bring thousands of people. Or there are platforms that don't cost so much, but you need to download them, right? And then there is a risk. If it's an open event, then you may lose your attendees because their computers are not, well, too old for downloading that sophisticated software, or it hasn't been tested. We had an experience in the beginning where we lost like 55% of subscribers to our event just because the computers were older than the code and the software, and then the patching took forever, and so on and so forth. Therefore, as Evenness, we look at clickable environments that are easy to access and bring people together. With spatial, though, they are, what I love about them, that the team is super dedicated and they are building as fast as possible, and they receive feedback from their community, whether it's on their Discord channel or in the sessions that they organize or social media posts, and they tweak their roadmap, apply here and there to make it more user-friendly and user-friendly for hosts as well. I'm not, though, a reseller of spatial, don't get me wrong. I speak about spatial a lot. It's our zone of expertise. I highly recommend putting some projects here. But I would say it's always better to talk to the team of spatial, follow them on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and also join Discord, because that's where they respond so fast. And you also have a chance to learn from other use cases, other events, participate in somebody else's events like this. So it's it's really nice community to be part of. Also, what was that? No?
Sorry, I'm just
No?
trying out the new letters. I don't know the commands very well.
No, that's okay. It's so fun. Okay, so what I want to say is that the last 12 minutes of the hour, we spent some time exploring the pictures to learn about those stories of incredible innovators and creators and scientists who you see in the gallery. But also I would like to invite you to participate in the series that Evenness is hosting. You can find it on our website. In the menu, you'll see decentralized series. So if you go evenness.rocks, you'll see it all. And why it's interesting, like yesterday we hosted an awesome event. We had Sandy Carter, Senior Vice President from Unstoppable Domains. We had representatives of crypto industry, NFT industry, Anandra from Roninx Foundation, Natasha Bansapol from Vega X Holdings, and Paul Vigender from Halborn. He is advisor on cybersecurity to Fortune 500. So people like this, they are like really inspiring. And next event is on May 19th, Inclusive and Accessible Design. And we have representatives from Storyfile, from Stanford University, human-centered AI, part of Stanford University, gender-free tech expert, and Kelly Vera, chair of Aqualand. So Marion Mulder, Elizabeth Adams, and Val Jones. Explore the website, you will see more information, and also follow us on Twitter and LinkedIn, ask your questions, and be actively involved in the Metaverse space. I want to see your successes. I want to participate in your events and in your exhibitions. Promise me. And there is no better place than community get-togethers. And thank you so much for your open Metaverse that you organized this wonderful experience and invited guests to our gallery. We really appreciate building this friendship, I would say, with your open Metaverse, because we're all in this together. There is no competition whatsoever. It's always creators and innovators, similar minds who are trying to make the world better with the power of frontier technology. So I would give an applause. Yeah. And for the last shot, let's do our key number 1, showing respect. All together on 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Let's stay in touch. Please enjoy the gallery, and I hope to see you all soon.